Alright, what's going on guys? It's Boss Han here. I am back here on the channel with another video. It's been a long time since I made a story, and today I have another one. It's been like 5 months since I last checked. So yeah, it's kind of awkward talking with my actual mic, but don't worry, I'll get used to it. But this story I'm about to tell is about one of the dreams that I had a couple of days ago, and it's literally, I'm not joking, about a group of Autobots, including Optimus Prime, asking if they can hide in my friend's garage because some of the Decepticons are trying to chase after them. But we'll get into why this is, because I don't want to spoil any of the story. But I'll tell you that this is one of a crazy dream that I never thought that my brain will process into a dream. And as soon as I had this dream, I'm like, boom, I need to make this into a story time. But yeah, let's get into the story. So this all takes place on, I don't even think this was on Earth because it seems like a technological advance. I think it was on planet Neptune because the ground was like blue. It was like a blue like soil, like the atmosphere was kind of like blue colored. So, and not only that, but we lived in like more tech like buildings, and so it's nighttime, and because we're on Neptune, we're gonna see a bunch of stars because since we're using a bunch of new tech to build live in these high tech houses. We're gonna have less stimulation in the air. It's not called stimulation. I don't know why my brain is saying this. It's pollution in the air. There we go. But since there's no pollution in the air, we can see a bunch of stars. But that's not the point. The point is that my friend has a large house and that we are having a sleepover. During the dream at 9 p.m., my friend's parents told both of us that, hey, we're gonna be going out and we'll be coming back tomorrow at the afternoon. So don't do anything stupid. Make sure that you guys are safe and lock all the doors and just general being safe. And so all of the rest of my friend's family then left the house. And I gotta say, my friend's family is a very large family because my friend's family has a garage that has 6 cars in it. Well, not 6, I had 4 cars, but it was a large enough garage that's able to store 6 cars at a time. So later in the night, it was around 11, and me and my friend were upstairs. We're playing video games. I'm pretty sure we were playing Halo, or either it was some Destiny 2 mission that we were playing. But I think we were just playing Destiny, and me and my friend are just chilling on the upstairs on the second floor. This house had 2 floors. So there was this one floor and there was a second floor. We're on the top floor, and the floor we're next to the garage. We're not on top of the garage, but we're next to the garage, somewhere next to the garage. But suddenly what I heard were like 4 vehicles driving at once that were to the left. At first, I was like, hey, maybe it's just people drifting in cars, because I mean, this place that my friend lives at is very common for people to drift their cars. But nope, instead of the cars drifting, they were just driving like normal cars, except I suddenly heard a few voices that are coming from the cars, like there's actual people inside of them. However, I looked outside my window and I realized that there's literally no people inside of it. It's like the windows are pitch black. And I heard one of them saying that, hey, we need to find somewhere to hide, because if we don't find somewhere to hide, the rest of the Decepticons that were chasing after us are going to keep up with us and they're going to catch us. And one of the other cars told the other car that, hey, there's this large building that I'm seeing on my radar that has a very large garage. Let's go ask them if we could hide in there. And I realized that they were talking about my friend's large house, because what other house in this community that I'm looking outside has a larger house? No, my friend is the only large house that has a large garage that could be able to store 6 cars at a time. And I see these cars as I see them driving up, parking next to our house, and just waiting. What seems like that they know that there's someone in this house and waiting to see if they are able to talk to us. So I'm like, hey, there's some cars outside. I think we should go talk to them. And he's like, well, my mom said we can't talk to strangers. I'm like, well, there's no people inside of it. These are cars that can talk. And he's like, I don't believe you. And he's like, all right, then just look out the window. And he sees that there are these cars that don't have any people inside. I'm like, oh, I think you're right, because I don't think if there would be people inside driving these cars, then like I would see them, but I don't see any. I'm like, hey, could they be Transformers? I mean, remember the movie? I'm like, they could be. You know what? I kind of believe you now. Let's go outside. And by the way, this story I'm telling right now is a dream I had, so just let that sink in. And me and my friend go outside, and we see these 4 vehicles, 1 truck, another truck, 1 car that looks like Bumblebee, and another that kind of looks similar to Megatron, but he's a little bit different as his lights are blue, and his truck looks a little bit more, instead of military, look a little bit more like, well, actually, it was military, but instead of black, it's like camo whitish. And one of the cars, who was a truck that looked like Optimus Prime, and I assumed it was Optimus Prime because it had the blue, red, and white colors. He started to ask me if, hey, can we hide in your guys' garage? We're trying to hide from someone, and it's really important that if we're able to hide in your garage, because you're the only people that have a large enough house so we're able to hide. I'm like, I mean, I guess, like, what's going on? And he's like, well, it's kind of secret, we can't tell you. I'm like, well, then I'm not gonna let you in. And the other one, who I figured out to be Ironhide, because it's a ambulance. I'm not an ambulance, it's a truck. Okay, now I remember that it wasn't an ambulance, like it was another truck. So there's 3 trucks and 2 cars, but it was Ironhide saying that, dude, Optimus, just tell him, like he's not gonna let us in if you're not gonna tell him. And Optimus was like, all right, fine. So they tell us that one of the other trucks that we see is Megatron's brother, and that we're trying to hide him because Megatron is trying to get him back and punish him because Megatron's brother is secretly a Autobot. And so now they understand the situation. Now I was like, all right, then fine. You have a deal. You can hide in my garage, but as long as you don't make too much noise and don't mess up what's inside of the garage. And Optimus was like, all right, you got a deal. And so we opened up the garage, and they all drove inside of the garage, and then we closed the garage. Then we went back inside up to our original floor. And so as we're just waiting and we're talking about what just happened, suddenly we hear what seems to be like airplane sounds, and we can hear what seems like people talking in the airplanes, except we wouldn't hear people talking in the airplanes, but just like the trucks, we were able to hear that they were able to talk. And we're like, hey, do you know that? I told my friend, hey, do you notice that there are some airplanes outside that are kind of talking? And my friend's like, could that be the people that Optimus was talking about? And I was like, okay, I think we should go and hide somewhere. But right as I stood up, and because of where I was standing up, I was standing right next to the window, and one of the Decepticons, which was one of the plane, which was Optimus talking about, was like, hey, it's that guy, I see him. And I'm like, shit. So me and my friend hurried downstairs, because now we just realized that, oh, they found us. The Decepticons that Optimus was talking about had found us. So we go back into the garage that we found a door through one of the rooms that my friend had walked me through. And so we meet, and me and my friend told Optimus that, hey, the Decepticons found us. And like, oh, great, now we gotta run. And so we're like, hey, we're sorry that we couldn't keep you here long enough. And like, all right, don't worry, kids, it's fine. Just remember, don't tell your parents that this ever happened. Please keep it a secret with us. And we're like, oh, sure, don't worry. And so we let them loose, and the Decepticons like, hey, we see the Autobots, get after them. And so 2 of the Decepticons that were chasing after the Autobots then flew towards the Autobots that scrammed. And so all of these robot, I guess, Transformers then were out of our sights, and we're like, all right, I think now it's time that we just need to get some rest, because I don't know what just happened. This has been a crazy day. And my friend said, same here. And so we went to bed, and that was where I woken up. But yeah, that was pretty much it. That was pretty much the dream that I had, and I feel like that this was a very crazy dream. I never thought that this a dream like this would ever happen, but you know, sometimes your mind just thinks of stuff and is like, "Hey, what's make Han here have this crazy dream about Transformers and stuff that's a whole entire storyline that's made up, and let's just make it to a dream and see what's gonna happen." And as soon as like this dream happened, I was like, boom, I gotta make this into a story time. This sounds like a good video to make. It sounds very cool and interesting. I hope you guys had a really good day today. I've had a good day myself. Usually here I just say if you guys really like these videos, I would really appreciate it. You guys can press the like button because it shows that you guys really like this content. But I mean, I don't really have any more stories to tell, so who knows what could happen. But I mean, hey, sometimes I might get another story time. But yeah, I guess in the next time, I'll see you guys later. Peace.